So you're probably watching this video either to get better at parkour than your friends or just to get better in general. Well, I'm going to teach you some tips on how to do so. So first thing you want to do is if you haven't already, you want to make sure shift lock switch, you want to make sure it's on. Now I have updated Roblox settings. I think you would you would go up here and then there would be a settings bar. You hit the settings and then you would hit shift lock switch. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If it's not, I think you'd have to look up something how because mine got updated. Basically, first thing you want to do is when you're in shift lock, you just press shift to go in it. Now, shift lock is very helpful for parkour because you could do things like this, or you could just go up one stud things. Now, you can also do this, where you would climb onto it, W and then spacebar, and then you could eventually get into a rhythm of just doing it, but it's easier just to shift lock and jump onto it. So how you would do that, you go in shift lock, you jump onto it like you're climbing on it, move your camera sideways, and jump when you do that, and it'll boost you up. But as you can see, if I do that, it doesn't climb me on, because you have to move your camera back and then press W right as you're onto it. And eventually, you'll just get into the rhythm of doing it over and over again. Then there's wall hops, which you can see there's a lot of those there. What you would do here, pretty much the same thing, except you're not climbing. You would shift. Basically, what happens is when you shift lock and move quickly, your character clips inside of the wall, leaving you space to jump in it, which makes you jump on a wall. Like this is clearly a flat wall. You could look at the pixels if you want. It's a flat wall. It's just got different colors. That's showing that every block is different. It's not the same block. So you would just flick your camera, hold W. You want to make sure you're holding W. And then jump every single time you flick. You can hold spacebar and try to do it. I just find it easier to jump while I flick. Because if you do that, then you can get into a rhythm where you're just endlessly doing it. Now, thing is, I forgot to add this. I'll make sure this is added by the time the video goes up. But with ladders, so ladders are like this, not trusses. Trusses have the rectangles with the X's in it. This is a ladder. Ladders you would wanna normally you would just climb them normally without doing anything. The trick I showed you over there, where you go on it and flick, you could do that on ladders. You just gotta do that. Except this ladder's not that big enough, so I can't really show the best part of it. But you could flick and keep going up and up and up. And then wall hops, if you're learning how to do this in a difficulty chart, you just want to hold W and D while you're doing it and just do it how you would. So yeah, just W and D the whole way through, and then you could get to the end. Now you may be learning these too, where you have to wrap around. These are 2 stud wraps, so they're a bit harder. But it's the same concept, except you want to wrap around it. Which wraparounds, you want to just do that while still in air. I'll have it like this angle. You want to do that. Wraparounds are pretty simple. They don't start getting harder until it's like 4 stud wraps, 6 stud wraps. Once they start getting higher numbers, then it starts getting higher and higher. Right now in this game, I don't have any set up. I'll probably build some, but these are just 1 stud wraps. Pretty simple. But this whole area is meant for clipping, primarily focusing on dance clipping, which you would want to type /edance2. You could see all the way up here. And then right as it gets to that point right there, you can clip right through by pressing shift lock and D. It's easier to jump and then type it all. So when you hit enter, you just shift lock and D. Jumping makes it easier. Why? I don't know. but it just does. It makes it way easier than like actually like just doing it how I just did it. Um, and you never know like what you can clip through unless like you do like shift lock. It's hard to tell what you can clip through because like when you look through something to a shift lock, it just disappears. So you don't know like how long it actually is. If you're like trying to clip through like a wall or something. But like you should, if you think you can dance clip through it, just try it. Give it a couple tries, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Pretty sure one stud you cannot go through. Half a stud you can. All these walls I know you can. This one I don't think you can dance clip through one stud. So once it's one stud, you can't clip through. This wall is primarily for laugh clipping, which I'm not the greatest at. But basically, you want to like time it perfectly to where your head clips through the wall when you press shift lock, and then you would clip right through the wall. There used to be something called corner clipping, which had a lot of controversy behind, mainly because Roblox removed it, and a lot, and I mean a lot of difficulty charts and other things used corner clipping heavily, and now it's completely removed. There is another way to do it, which I will be showcasing in another video. Um, but yeah, these are just some simple tips and tricks for parkour in Roblox. So if you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. See you guys in the next video.